So I already put on my moisturizer and I put on a lip balm. When I do simple makeup, I usually like to wear wing liner, but today I don't really feel like doing wing liner, so I'm just going to put on my lashes. The lashes I will be using are these bad boys. I talked about these lashes in my latest Get Ready With Me, and I did a mini rant on how much I hate putting these on, but I'm gonna try today. We'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. I'm gonna do this off camera, so I will be right back. Alright, that wasn't as painful as I thought it would be, like usual. I really want to like these. I really do. I don't know, like they're really good for no eyeliner days because there's basically no band. There's no band. But because there's no band, it makes it 10 times harder for them to stick onto your eyeballs. But I like the no band because it really looks good with no eyeliner, because like there's no harsh band showing you where your lashes start and stop. I don't know. I have a love-hate with these, but they look really good on. I'm not going to put mascara on yet because I want these to fully dry, because I don't want them to move, because they will move because there's no band. So like there's not that much glue on there because there's not much to stick to. So they could move around. So I'm just going to let them fully dry and move on to the rest of my face. So for primer, I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Face Primer. And I mainly just put this where I get oily. So my forehead, my nose, my cheeks, and my chin. I used to put primer all over my face, but I don't know, like my makeup has changed, and so I don't do that anymore. I don't know. But whatever's left over, I like to spread to the rest of my face. But I mainly concentrate it where I have big pores and where I get oily the most. After I prime, the next thing I do is color correct. I like to cancel the dark circles that I have, and I like to use my Coastal Scents Eclipse palette for this. I'm going to be taking this color right here. It's darker than my skin tone, but it's more on like the orangey side. I'm just gonna put that under my eyes. I know I'm supposed to use my ring finger. My ring finger can't get in there good enough, I guess because my ring nail is too long. I don't know. I do this with a very light hand, so don't worry. I just put that all under my eyes. As you can see, it had like an orange undertone to it, so that's really gonna help cancel out my dark circles. I don't do this all the time, but sometimes I like to cancel some of the red spots on my face. And so I'm just going to go in with that green color in the palette. I'm just going to dot it where there's red spots. And then here's a giant red spot. And then the red spot. It looks a little crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, you're putting green on your face. Do not worry, the foundation will cover it all up. Alright, after looking completely ridiculous, it's time to cover up all of this. I'm going to be taking two foundations, the Infallible by L'Oreal, the Pro Matte in Cream Café 110, and the Covergirl 3-in-1 in the color Golden Tan. The only reason I mixed these two is because this one is too dark and this one is too light. I really need to get this one in my color because I think this breaks me out a little bit. I really don't want to use it, but I'll use it today. I'm taking my makeup off right after this, so it doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and just put this all over my face. I mixed it on like a mirror. If you have like a metal plate thing palette that pros use, you can use that. I just use whatever I have. I like to put most of the foundation on my cheeks because that's where I have the most issues. I have the most scarring there, so I want the most coverage to go there. And I start from in and then I work my way out. And I feel that helps it prevent it from looking really cakey. Then I do my chin. And these two together have pretty full coverage to me. Almost full coverage. I don't like to put that much on my nose, so whatever's remaining on the sponge, I put on my nose. Make sure to blend down your neck. You don't want to look like you're wearing a mask. I like kind of pat and swipe at the same time. Then the leftovers, I just put a little bit extra on my cheeks because like I said, that's where I have the most issues with scarring, acne scarring, and discoloration. And ba-bam, foundation is on. I don't like to set it yet. I like to go in with my concealer and highlight and then set everything. I'm going to take my NYX HD Concealer in the color CW04 Beige. I took the stopper out because I was running out, and if you take the stopper out of your concealers like this, you get so much more product. It's crazy. So I like to put this under my eyes to conceal and highlight under there, and I like to put it down my nose, and then I like to put it on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, and the slightest on my cupid's bow. Then I go in and I blend out the rest of my face first, and then I go in with my eyes. And then I like to take the pointy side of the sponge and go under my eyes. This part takes a little bit of time to blend out, kind of, because I don't want it to go everywhere. I don't want the concealer to like spread out of control. It looks a little light and out of control and ridiculous, but once I set it and blend it out all the way, it doesn't look so crazy. Then when the majority of it is blended, I flip the sponge over on the side where I blend out my foundation, and I go over the edges just so it's more seamless, so you don't see a line where the concealer stopped. Wow, I put a little too much concealer today. Whoopsie. That's okay, that's okay. We're gonna roll with it, we're gonna roll with it. I swear to you, it doesn't look this ridiculous. I think I put a little too much today. Then quickly, before it sets into my fine lines under my eyes, I take the NYX Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in Naturally Beige, and I go in with my sponge and I set this. I'm not gonna bake today. Sometimes I like to bake, sometimes I don't. I'm not going to today, but I just put this under my eyes. And this powder is colored, so it kind of helps tone down how crazy I went underneath my eyes with the concealer. Now I can set my face. I'm going to use the Infallible Pro Matte Powder in the color. I just put that everywhere else. Alright, now I am all set and looking extra flat, so now it's time to contour. I like to take a face powder that's a couple shades darker than my skin tone, so I'm going to be taking the Black Radiance Pressed Powder in Cafè. I'm taking an angle brush, and I'm just going to lightly contour using a very light hand, and I'm going in like circular motions so that way it blends it out. And then whatever is remaining on the brush, I bring it up to my temples and around my face, but I mainly concentrate it on my cheekbones first. I don't blend under, I just blend on top. I don't go past the line where the contour is. And then whatever's remaining, I just buff onto my jawline, my non-existent jawline. And that is my contour. I look a little more chiseled, but nothing too extreme because this is every day after all. I'm feeling very pink today, so I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics Glamorous Blush Palette. I'm gonna take that hot pink in here. Looks crazy. It's not that crazy. If you use a light hand, it's not so bad. And regardless if my blush looks crazy or not, I like to go in with the brush that I set my face with, and I just like to pat it on top of my blush because it tones it down and it just blends it out more and it doesn't look as harsh. Next is highlight. Actually, not going to use my normal highlight. I'm actually going to use a pigment. This is the NYX Ultra Pearl Mania in Nude Pearl. I have it depotted. I'm going to be taking my tiny fluffy brush and just take whatever in the lid, tap it off, and then put it on my cheekbones. Oh my gosh. So beautiful, and then blend it out with my finger. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So pretty. I wish they made this in like a giant pan for a face highlighter. It's so pretty. Ooh. Well, that side's even better. Hey, I'm gonna add more on this side. What the hell, man? I want to glow. A little bit down my nose, or a lot down my nose, whichever one. Cupid's bow. So now that I look crazy, I'm gonna take my sponge and actually blend it out a little bit so it doesn't look so like whoa. I could have applied it with the sponge. Sometimes I do that. I apply my highlight directly onto the sponge and then on my face. But I can't really fit the sponge into that little pot. So now I'm going to do my brows off camera. But I will tell you what I use. I actually take a eyeshadow from the NYX Wicked Dreams Palette to fill in my brows. I take that dark brown and I fill in my brows because I've yet to get a really dark brown powder or pencil for my eyebrows, and this color works perfectly, so I'm just going to do that and I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned with my brows. If you guys want to see a separate brow tutorial, just let me know and I will gladly do it. Next thing I'm going to do is put on my mascara, and I'm going to be using the Voluminous Butterfly in Waterproof. Your girl has no lower lashes. I have all the upper lashes in the world. Like, I have really nice upper lashes. When it comes to my lower lash game, the game is non-existent. I do my top ones very gently, especially with these lashes. I just like to hit the base of my upper lashes. Don't really like to bring it all the way up. And last thing is lips. I have no idea what I want to do. Usually when I have very simple makeup on my eyes, I like to wear a very bold lip, but I don't know if I feel like wearing a bold lip today. So the jury has decided, and I'm going to be using my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color San Paulo. Yeah, I always seem to forget how bright this actually is until I put it on. But it's okay. I'm gonna roll with it. So there you have it, guys. This is the makeup that I gravitate to when I want to look pretty and I want to look put together, but at the same time I don't want to go all out and do eyes and just everything. If you guys have any requests, please do not hesitate to leave them down below in the comments. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more beauty related things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.